It appears to me that Donald Trump, accompanied by Howard Lutnick, the Secretary of Commerce, and Bessent, the Secretary of Treasury, are reshaping and remaking America's economy right before our very eyes. You authored a book called Tax Free 2000, The Rebirth of American Liberty. Do you think that President Trump's strategy of tariffing our trading partners, or at least getting us to a position of free trade with them, does have the potential of raising so much revenue that we can do away with the income tax and that we can usher in the golden age?
Here's the issue. I've been writing and speaking about this for many, many decades. The tax issue is really a spending issue. So if the federal government is spending more than $7 trillion a year, it's got to raise a ton of revenue in order to do that. Unfortunately, it doesn't because we have a $2 trillion deficit. So the members of Congress are unwilling to tax the American people to get a balanced budget at 7 trillion plus a year. What I recommend is looking at the federal budget and seeing what's constitutional according to Article 1, Section 8, then invoking the 10th Amendment. If it's not authorized by the Constitution, it reverts to the states and the people. And I've outlined a plan in my recent Mises Institute article toward financial independence and a constitutional federal budget, where I talk about how we phase out the three big programs, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, so no one is harmed by any reduction in their government benefits, but they use their own resources to generate income in order to make up for that shortfall. And we can begin that process as soon as possible. Trump needs to hear this type of message because it's in line with, I think, his instinct, which is to make America great again. But my proposal is make Americans financially independent. And that would resolve the budget issue, the tariff issue, because one of the great strengths of America, John, is that we are a free trade area. We can trade between Florida and Texas and California, New York, New Jersey. And that's what makes America one of the greatest economies ever created because of free trade. So let's take that concept and expand it globally. And Trump can start the process by saying, we're going to get rid of tariffs. Come to America. We're going to get rid of the corporate income tax of $530 billion. So any company that comes to America and American companies will no longer pay a corporate income tax. We will be a magnet for investment around the world, and we will have the golden age that Trump desires.
Well, of course, you realize that you are skating on very thin ice with hot skates when you
Yep.
start talking about any changes to Medicaid, Medicare, or Social Security.